100 Psychology Facts: Girls and Boys Relationships. Boys and girls can have healthy and positive relationships. Gender differences can play a role in how boys and girls interact with each other. Boys and girls may have different communication styles, which can affect their relationships. Boys tend to engage in more physical activities and games than girls. Girls tend to be more verbal and engage in more conversation than boys. Girls are often more emotionally expressive than boys. Boys tend to be more competitive than girls. Girls tend to be more collaborative and cooperative than boys. Boys tend to be more interested in objects and things, while girls tend to be more interested in people and relationships. Boys and girls may experience different social pressures that affect their relationships. Boys and girls may have different expectations of their relationships. Boys and girls may have different ideas about what makes a good friend. Boys and girls may have different levels of emotional intimacy in their relationships. Boys and girls may have different levels of trust in their relationships. Boys and girls may have different communication styles when it comes to conflict resolution. Boys tend to be more confrontational in conflict, while girls tend to be more collaborative. Boys and girls may have different preferences for activities they engage in together. Boys may prefer sports and physical activities, while girls may prefer socializing and creative activities. Girls may be more likely to confide in their friends about personal issues than boys. Boys may be more likely to rely on physical activity to cope with stress or emotions. Girls may be more likely to use verbal communication to cope with stress or emotions. Boys and girls may experience different levels of jealousy in their relationships. Boys and girls may have different ideas about what constitutes cheating in a relationship. Boys and girls may have different ideas about what qualities they look for in a romantic partner. Boys may be more likely to prioritize physical attractiveness in a romantic partner. Girls may be more likely to prioritize emotional intimacy in a romantic partner. Boys may be more likely to initiate romantic relationships. Girls may be more likely to want to talk about the relationship and define the boundaries. Boys and girls may have different levels of comfort with physical touch in a romantic relationship. Boys may be more likely to initiate physical touch in a romantic relationship. Girls may be more likely to communicate about their sexual boundaries in a romantic relationship. Boys and girls may have different sexual interests and desires in a romantic relationship. Boys may be more likely to engage in casual sexual relationships. Girls may be more likely to desire emotional intimacy before engaging in sexual activity. Boys and girls may have different attitudes toward commitment in a romantic relationship. Boys may be more likely to prioritize independence in a romantic relationship. Girls may be more likely to prioritize emotional closeness in a romantic relationship. Boys and girls may have different ideas about the role of physical appearance in a romantic relationship. Boys may be more likely to feel pressure to conform to traditional masculine gender roles in a romantic relationship. Girls may be more likely to feel pressure to conform to traditional feminine gender roles in a romantic relationship. Boys and girls may have different ideas about the role of communication in a romantic relationship. Boys may be more likely to rely on physical touch to communicate their affection. Girls may be more likely to rely on verbal communication to communicate their affection. Boys and girls may have different levels of comfort with vulnerability in a romantic relationship. Boys may be more likely to avoid vulnerability to maintain a sense of independence. Boys are more likely to engage in physical aggression in romantic relationships, while girls are more likely to engage in emotional aggression. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards displays of emotions in a romantic relationship. Boys may be more likely to hide their emotions while girls may be more likely to express them openly. Boys and girls may have different expectations when it comes to the frequency of communication in a romantic relationship. Girls may be more likely to value regular communication to feel emotionally connected, while boys may not see it as essential. Boys and girls may have different ideas about what constitutes a healthy relationship. Girls may place a greater emphasis on open communication, trust, and emotional intimacy, while boys may prioritize shared activities, independence, and physical attraction. Boys and girls may have different levels of comfort when it comes to talking about their feelings. Girls may be more likely to talk about their feelings with their romantic partners, while boys may be more likely to keep their emotions to themselves. Boys and girls may have different ideas about the importance of compromise in a romantic relationship. Girls may be more likely to compromise to maintain the relationship, while boys may be more likely to prioritize their own needs and desires. Boys and girls may have different levels of comfort when it comes to discussing sex and sexual health in a romantic relationship. Girls may be more likely to want to discuss sex and sexual health to ensure their safety, while boys may be more likely to avoid these discussions to maintain their independence. Boys and girls may have different expectations when it comes to spending time together in a romantic relationship. Girls may be more likely to want to spend quality time together to strengthen the emotional connection, while boys may be more likely to prioritize their individual interests. Boys and girls may have different ideas about the role of physical intimacy in a romantic relationship. Boys may be more likely to view physical intimacy as a way to express love, while girls may see it as a way to build emotional intimacy. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards PDA, public displays of affection. Boys may be more likely to engage in PDA to display their dominance, while girls may be more likely to engage in PDA to show affection. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards friendship in a romantic relationship. Girls may place a greater emphasis on maintaining strong friendships outside the relationship, while boys may prioritize spending time with their romantic partner. Boys and girls may have different ideas about the importance of trust in a romantic relationship. Boys may be more likely to prioritize physical attraction over trust, while girls may view trust as essential to the relationship. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards commitment in a romantic relationship. Boys may be more likely to avoid commitment to maintain their independence, while girls may be more likely to desire a committed relationship. Boys and girls may have different ideas about the role of communication in resolving conflicts in a romantic relationship. Girls may be more likely to use verbal communication to resolve conflicts, while boys may be more likely to use physical distance. Boys and girls may have different levels of comfort with vulnerability in a friendship. Boys may be more likely to avoid vulnerability in a friendship to maintain a sense of masculinity, while girls may be more comfortable being emotionally open. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards aggression in a friendship. Boys may be more likely to engage in physical aggression, while girls may be more likely to engage in verbal aggression. Boys and girls may have different preferences when it comes to group activities. Boys may prefer activities that involve competition and physical exertion, while girls may prefer activities that involve cooperation and communication. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards the importance of gossip in a friendship. Boys and girls may have different expectations when it comes to the frequency of communication in a friendship. Girls may be more likely to value regular communication to feel connected, while boys may not see it as essential. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards sharing personal information in a friendship. Girls may be more likely to share personal information to build trust and intimacy, while boys may be more likely to avoid it to maintain independence. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards physical touch in a friendship. Boys may be more likely to use physical touch to show closeness, while girls may be more likely to use verbal affirmations. Boys and girls may have different preferences for the types of activities they enjoy doing together. Boys may prefer activities that involve physical challenges, while girls may prefer activities that involve emotional connection. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards helping each other in a friendship. Boys may be more likely to offer practical solutions to problems, while girls may be more likely to offer emotional support. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards humor in a friendship. Boys may be more likely to use humor to establish dominance or to tease, while girls may use humor to build intimacy or to diffuse tense situations. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards sharing secrets in a friendship. Boys may be more likely to keep secrets to maintain a sense of privacy, while girls may be more likely to share secrets to build trust and intimacy. Boys and girls may have different preferences for the types of conversations they have in a friendship. Boys may prefer conversations that involve topics such as sports or video games, while girls may prefer conversations that involve emotions or personal experiences. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards competition in a friendship. Boys may enjoy competing with their friends to establish dominance, while girls may prefer to collaborate. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards spending time alone in a friendship. Boys may be more comfortable spending time alone, while girls may prefer spending time with friends. Boys and girls may have different attitudes towards forgiveness in a friendship. Boys may be more likely to forgive and forget quickly, while girls may need more time to process their emotions before forgiving.